Hello, and welcome to Conversations with JR. I am really going to get up and close and personal with you today. I'm sitting down on the floor, got a pillow, and I just want to talk to you about something that one of my viewers reached out to me and asked me about. She said that you talk about a lot of relationship topics, but I never hear you mention anything about marriage. So, this is for you, Tatiana. Today's relationship topic is going to be three parts. We are going to talk about in laws, money, and infidelity. A lot of people say cheating, being unfaithful, infidelity, having sex outside the marriage, fornication, whatever you want to call it. That's what we are going to talk about today, or I'm going to talk to you about. Now, when we say in laws, I am not talking about people who are shacking and do not have a legal marriage license because I don't know a situation like that where there's in laws. It's just two people living together. That's it. When I say in laws, I am talking about two individuals who stood before God and man as the witness and got a legal marriage license, and by the state that they are in, they are legally married. So there you have in laws. And the question is, what is the position of in laws within that marriage? So, I have been married one time, very, very long time ago. It didn't last. And so I didn't really get to experience the in law part. But this is what I can say to you, um, viewing other people's situation, observing other people's situation when it comes down to in laws, and going by what I hear. The place for in laws within a marriage, it's outside of the marriage. Too many times, people feel when they get married that they run to talk to their mother, their father, their sister, their brother, or they're close with their in-laws, so they will reveal some personal things about their marriage to their in-laws. Then their in-laws will have a say. I say the position of the in-laws is outside of the marriage. Unless you are counseling or a pastor this couple in a positive manner and you can stand subjective or objective to the situation, I say the in laws butting in, having their say in their input in a couple's marriage sometime is not a good thing. In some cultures and in some religions, when you get married, when two individuals get married, they marry into families. That's how they see it. You just don't marry that individual, you marry into families. And their thinking is that anything that goes on within that marriage, within that relationship, the in laws have a right to know. That's some reasoning. But in my opinion, in my view, I say, again, unless it's a mother or father or grandparent who have life experience and been married 20, 30, 40 years and have had a successful long marriage, or even if they haven't, if the couple is seeking sound advice, they should go together and not separate, and not make it seem like you are going behind your partner's back and talking about them and putting your personal business out there to the in-laws, because maybe your partner doesn't even want them to know what is going on in the home. Okay, maybe that is something for the two of you to maybe seek outside counseling, maybe seek it from a pastor and not necessarily your pastor or whoever your religious leader is. So that's what I have to say about in laws. There is a place for in laws in the marriage. And there is, I'm not saying that you can't get close to your in-laws and you cannot bond with your in-laws. But I believe that they should be kept at a distance when it comes down to the personal issues of the married couple. I say the same thing about friends. We have one, we longtime girlfriend. The guy might have, his longtime, homie that, they've been together for a very long time, thick and thin, road dogs. Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But I still say that there is a position for them when two people decide to get married. And I say that is outside the marriage. And they should not be invited in to the marriage. The couple that is having problems, they need advice. It is okay to talk to other people, to seek counsel from other people, but you need to be careful when you are doing this. Now, let's talk about money. Because I hear a lot of people say that money breaks up a lot of marriages and a lot of relationships. Money will break up a lot of marriages and relationships if you allow it, and if you don't go into the marriage with a full understanding of how the money is going to be handled. It's unfortunate in these days and these times that women who are in partnerships, who are in marriages, find that they have to hide money. That's a simple fact. I know a lot of women that I talk to find that they have to hide money. I also feel that it's unfortunate in this day and time that the man feels that he has a right to control the money, to control the finances in the house. And I would just like to say to men that that is a form of abuse. When you feel that you are making the money, it is your money, okay? I never hear my father say to my mother in all the years that they were married that it was his money. I've never heard that. If she asked for it, she got it. And that was it. He brought the money home. But now we have moved into these modern times where women are working and they are contributing financially to the home, but the male is demanding to see their paychecks, know how much they're making, know how much they're saving. And a lot of women feel disempowered and they feel like they have to hide the truth from their husband. And I'm not basically talking about people who are living together. I am talking about this in a marriage. And you go into a marriage with the deception about finances, and you have not sat and you really have not talked about how the finances is going to be handled. You really haven't talked about that. And like I said, now it's being used in marriages. Finances is now being used as a means of control, and it's also being used as mine and yours, and not ours. Not ours. If you happen to marry someone who is a spender and you're a saver, that's a problem. You knew that before you got married. If you happen to marry someone who says all the time, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, you have yours, that's a problem. If you are married to someone who always wants to know what you're doing with your money, why are you asking him for money? Don't you work? Don't you have a paycheck? That's a problem. And this is when money becomes a problem in a relationship. And this is how relationships, marriages fall apart because of money. This is something that people really need to seriously talk about, agree upon, and keep it consistent. Keep it consistent. And like I said, the reason why I hear a lot of women in marriages say that they feel like they have to sneak and they feel like they have to hide money is because they feel insecure and they don't feel secure. Something has happened to make them feel insecure. They don't feel secure. And they have to put back money for what if. It's okay to put money back for what if. But if you don't feel secure, then that needs to be addressed. that really, really needs to be addressed. If you're going into marriage and both of you are heavily in debt, or one person owes more money than the next, or the credit scores is not good. You need to work on those things before the marriage, because one person is going to feel like the other person is dragging them down, and they're going to say, that is not my problem, it is yours. So you need to really address that before marriage and deal with each other on a fair level of marriage. I hear men, husbands saying, they borrow money from their wives, or if the wife asks them for money, they want it back. You know, Deal with your money issues before. You really need to sit down and put everything out there on the table before you deal with money in a marriage. The last topic I want to talk about is cheating, infidelity, being unfaithful, having a side piece, a man or a woman, husband or wife. It is wrong. Fornication, whatever you want to call it, adultery, it is wrong. When you're legally married to someone, let me just address certain situations. When you're legally married to someone, you are bonded to that person, and you said some solemn vows to that person, and you said forsaking all others. Now, don't give me the excuse that things are not going on in the bedroom the way you like. You should have found that out before marriage. It was a mistake. No such thing. No such lie. I didn't mean for it to happen. No such thing. No such lie. When you continuously to go out and have sexual relationships outside of your marriage with another person, it is not a mistake. It is intentional and it is planned. And you are not thinking about the person you are hurting. You're not thinking about if there's children involved. And guess what? You have now wrecked the whole family, including the in-laws, because everybody's involved in your cheating schemes. There is no excuse for it. People say that men, sometimes they get tired of eating chicken, so they want steak. Bull. I'm telling you, bull, right now. You're supposed to be committed to one another in all things. And if that part of your marriage is falling apart, again, you need to work on it. There is no excuse. You need to work on it. You're going out there and you're sleeping around with people. You can bring a disease home. Babies can be created. This is how you open the door for drama, extra drama, to come into your marriage. And then you want to give this long list of why this infidelity, why this cheating took place. Or he pushed me to do it. Or she pushed me to do it. Oh, he did it, so now I'm going to do it. Did you read my book, The Waiting Game? Games is for entertainment, not for marriage, not for a partnership. Now, I address marriage and cheating. Marriage and partnership is the same. Cheating and partnerships is the same thing. People feel that she's just my girlfriend, he's just my boyfriend, he or she is just my partner, so it's not like we're married. If you have consented to be in a one-on-one monogamous relationship with an individual, forsake dating other people, and you go out and you have a sexual relationship with someone else, you are a cheater, you are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. And you don't care about your partner. And you don't care about your partner's feelings. You care about that feeling that you're getting at that moment. So whatever justification that you bring into it, it's bad judgment, it's bad values, and it is bad morals. Okay? Now, I am not pointing a finger at anyone. I'm not trying to condemn anyone. These are just 3 areas of marriage that I was asked to talk about from a viewer of mine. Okay? Same thing could be said in a relationship when people are together in a partnership 5, 10, 15 years. There has to be some honor. There has to be some commitment, monogamy. Or else, why are you in the marriage? Why are you in the partnership? Stay single and sleep around. You ain't hurting nobody but yourself. Stay single and have your money issues and be stingy with yourself. You're not hurting anybody except for yourself. Stay single and you won't have problems with in-laws. But when you decide that you're going to commit and you're going to stand before man and God, and you say those vows and you're going to commit to one another, then all areas of your life now becomes we, us, our. And the in-laws, you put them where they belong. Money, you talk about the money situation and get a clear understanding before you start having problems. No one should be sneaking around and feel like they can't trust their mate when it comes down to finances. Okay? Cheating, being unfaithful, infidelity, having a side piece is wrong. Okay? Stay committed to one another. Fight the good fight to keep your relationship, to keep your partnership, to keep your marriage strong. Unity, unity. Stand firm together in love. I hope that this conversation is going to be helpful to those who are out there struggling with these situations in their relationships, in their marriage, in their partnerships. I want to hear from you. Please leave comments. Share the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Conversations with JR. Remember, I go live every Thursday on Facebook at 8 p.m. Thank you for listening.